Yo, Deuterino!
Yo, Debo. What's going on, my man?
I'm in a good mood today, man.
Man, I'll tell you what, your DJ skills have put me in a better mood. Once again, you flipped me for real.
Brother, I'm finding my calling. I got to be honest. Finding my niche, trying to figure out one ear at a time. One ear at a time, brother. How's the weekend?
Weekend was pretty good. Did a lot of Christmas stuff this weekend. We got a tree. There was some debate, live tree, fake tree.
Right.
I'm a real tree kind of guy.
I gotcha.
So we went
Lumberjack
small,
individual.
real tree.
Okay.
Did not go cut it down ourselves. Just went to the tree lot outside Home Depot.
Dude, I'm just a little pushback, brother. If you want to be a live tree guy, be a live tree guy.
You gotta go all the way.
I mean, what are you saying? You go and you go get chickens. You knew they were in a barn. They were all stacked by. You didn't go hunt a chicken, but if you eat chicken, that's fine. I eat chicken. But if you're gonna be a Christmas tree, it's once a year. It's like, I like chicken once a year. Yeah, we go and we hunt chicken. We eat. Wow, bro, you like chicken? I get it, bro. You're all about some, But just Home Depot in it. Finding the mid fur. What is it? What is it? Fur first.
Douglas fur.
There you go. Getting your Dougie.
Got my Dougie.
Yeah. Okay. So you got the Dougie. Holiday cheer. Pushing that around.
Did you? The other highlight of my weekend. Maybe it wasn't the weekend. Maybe it was still part of last week. Did you watch the Kanye and Drake benefit concert?
I did not watch the Kanye and Drake benefit concert. What was the main benefit for? Since it's in the name and we know who the guys are. So what was it for, dude?
Well, so there's a little. I don't know all the details.
Of course,
what I'm
of course.
Is there's a little bit of controversy.
Oh,
it was It's called Free Larry Hoover. Was the goal of the concert. Free Larry Hoover.
All right.
I Googled. I don't know who Larry Hoover is.
Of course not. That's why they.
You don't know who Larry Hoover is.
I don't know who he is. No.
So I Googled Larry Hoover, and I guess he's the leader, the co-creator of the Gangster Disciples, out of Chicago. And yep, that's same facial expression I made. Why are we trying to free this?
He's the leader of
a gang.
Okay, thank you.
Gangster Disciples.
There we go. Okay, all right. Just wanted to double take on that one. All right. I'm with you.
Out of Chicago.
Okay.
And my quick Google search shows that he's serving 6 consecutive life sentences. I didn't go a lot further than that in my research because I was like, why are we trying to free this dude?
Uh-huh.
I don't get it. But the concert itself, if I can watch a free Kanye concert, I'm pretty much in. Like, that's fine. I don't care the reason.
Oh, wait a second. Was that the one with the stage?
The stage.
Was that the stage?
It was in your backyard. It was LA Coliseum.
Yeah, no, I did catch a little bit of that.
Looked like a spaceship,
yes,
kind of, or looked like he was standing on the moon.
Yeah. I saw some of the.
The acoustics were utterly terrible.
You were there?
No. Just listening, just watching it on TV. It sounded like either Kanye's 40-year-old lungs couldn't handle his 30-year-old lyrics, or somebody was messing up somewhere along the lines with, they're supposed to be piping in either vocals and he was just supposed
How long
to,
was the concert?
Elliott.
How long was the concert?
I don't know because I turned it off when it switched over to Drake because Drake didn't get the memo that we were playing the hits.
I got
Kanye was playing the hits.
right.
Drake
Drake was
doing a
trying to
little
do
bit
some
of
new stuff.
yeah. Let me play you some B tracks off the new album, and I wasn't here for that. Drake.
He was like, hold up, man. Hey, you got your MP3 player? Man, let me show y'all something. Hold up. Let me y'all heard this one? Y'all haven't heard it. I haven't released it yet. I'm gonna show y'all.
Drake got the memo that it was deep cuts night.
I see. Well, I was at a party, I think, and they turned it on. And I saw the stage, and someone started talking about the stage, and I was like, okay, all right, where's the music? And like you, because you said the acoustics were
Where's
horrible.
the music is
and I was, yeah, I was like, where's the music? And then like I see him walking on stage, and I'm like, Jesus, and I don't really hear him coming back at me, but I was in the back with him, Jesus, and it was like, it was way back there.
Man,
and
I think I was singing louder than Kanye.
yeah,
I was word for word with him, and then I would stop to see if we were at the same level, and there was nothing. And I was like, "Is Kanye stopping to see if I'm at the same level?"
Have you ever been there, Duder? Have you ever been at the the place that meets my microphone, or I'm not loud enough for this situation, and I know it, but it's the difference. You got to recognize it too. Like not only like am I figuring this out, but I also figure out that nope. It's not. Nobody's really getting this. I'm not really doing what I think I'm doing up here. It's really funny because you look like a puppet with no one can hear you. They can just see you moving a whole lot on the stage. Has that ever happened to you, Duder?
I mean, this is going to come as no shock to you.
Yeah.
But I am not a musician.
Right. No, I mean, yeah.
So I have not been in that specific environment. However, I did try my hand at theater
when
I was a much younger man.
All right.
and there's been plenty of times where whatever I was doing was supposed to elicit a certain reaction and it completely fell flat.
Okay.
And you're left wondering, like, did they hear me? Was it was it that they didn't hear it, or was it just did it not come across how I wanted it to come across?
Because in rehearsal, this thing, I mean, it slams every time. And then we get here and,
Are y'all just like zoning out? You're just looking past me? I don't understand. There's supposed to be a laugh right here.
Yeah. I've had that happens. It happens. I mean, and that's this is why in my personal life, my hat's off to any great show, because it takes an army,
right,
or a really good couple of people that know what they're doing to both, from start to finish, promotions to live on stage, right? I mean, you have the best team on stage, but nobody shows up to the concert, so it takes a really big, thing to actually pull off a good show, and it's tough when things like that happen. Shout out Kanye, been there on stage, nothing works. Still have to do a show,
and Kanye handled it like a professional.
Yeah,
he just
still got to do a show. Yeah.
What are you gonna do? You're not gonna stop, right?
Yeah,
And be
yeah.
like, what?
Yeah,
What's going on?
Turn my
headphones up. And he tried to do the the crowd. I'm gonna do part of the lyric. You do part of the lyric.
That didn't.
Nah, it didn't.
Because they can't hear that your part, bro. Like, in order for you go, you have to go. You go first, bro. So I thought
it was an LA thing. I was like, Kanye, you can't do that in LA, man. We're too cool.
Yeah, we're too.
We just want to sit back. We want to have a drink. You entertain us, bro. We paid for you to entertain us.
The whole reason why we're here, bro. Speaking of the weekend as well, brother. Something happened here in Anaheim, real time. Sanitation workers went on strike.
Oh,
Debo got trash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Your
yard is looking like Drake's portion of the concert.
Just trash, bro. That's messed up. We're just gonna apologize to him right now. Throw that first pitch out. So like on Thursday they normally come. They didn't come. I was like, oh, it was a holiday. Everybody leave them out again. And then on Friday still didn't come. Odd. And then this morning, because the weekend passed, I thought, I probably should see what's going on with the trash. And they were on strike. And I thought, first thing, you're like, okay. But then, I was like, you know what? If they're not paying you guys enough, Not you guys don't feel like you're being righted. You hold the power. There's the whole reason why you guys have a union, and you gotta fight for what's yours. And they were saying, you always get two sides of the story. I'm one side of the story, by the way. This is my trash ain't getting picked up, which is
That's an important side.
kind of important. Yeah, I'm not, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the shoulders high. Like, okay, do what you gotta do, guys, because they're talking about how the trash man is the bottom of the last guy who gets to touch COVID in your house. Right?
Yeah.
You already threw COVID out of your house. You feel better, and then he's got to come along and grab that for you, and make sure that. And during COVID, a lot of people felt, what's the word, unappreciated, and that was, I think we talked about that in the big resignation. But it's your turn to stand up for a minute, man. I'm not mad at you. I get it. Hope y'all don't take long to figure it out, because otherwise Debo's putting this in the back of the truck here at the dump.
As much as it sucks to take out your own trash,
right,
or whatever it is, bag your own groceries, whatever thing that you've become accustomed to someone else doing for you, as much as that sucks, I got to stand with the workers. And look, if you don't feel you're getting paid enough, if you don't feel your benefits are where they should be, whatever is lacking, there's very few times in life where you have leverage to demand your worth.
Right.
And if you don't take advantage of it when you have it and stand up for yourself, you're never going to get it. Nobody's just out there handing, oh, you look like you deserve more. Here's more money.
Get some.
Here's better health care. Here's more time off. Nobody's doing that unless you put their feet to the fire and you're like, hey, you want your trash getting taken out for Christmas? Yes or no?
Yeah.
No? All right, fine. You don't want to give us benefits? then good luck with your Christmas party.
Like you, brother, as I thought you would enjoy the story, just on that behalf. Again, two sides of the story. I'm one side, they're one side. I'm sure there's money involved somewhere in that side, and the third side maybe. But I'm with you, and I'm with the workers, man. If you guys got, I hope it don't take too long, but, do what you got to do. Debo, take out his trash. It's cool. I got you, Take out the trash here. We'll take it just a little further, guys. A little further down the road, another trip. So good luck with that. I hope to let you know that the trash has been taken out by next week, brother. But I'm gonna take it out. I'm gonna take.
But did you also, on that same line of thinking, did you hear about Kellogg and they laid off? I guess Kellogg. I think of them as a cereal company.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, they're cereal.
I don't know what else they make.
The Kellogg brothers. Yes.
Yeah, they apparently laid off a whole mess of people who were striking over union-based stuff. I really should Google this before we report on it. But instead of going along with the union or giving into the demands, Kellogg just laid them off, and they're just hiring new people, non-union people. And Kellogg's like, nah, bro, we can make cereal on our own.
This is the other side of a strike when you are dealing with an employer that exists, but the labor banks on the fact that they're not going to do that. That the training and the person is a resource that can't be replaced so easily. And maybe Kellogg disagrees with that, I guess, and their productivity will show that. But the question is, are you going to buy Frosted Flakes, dude? That's my question, because that just happened, and you're in a real-time situation. Now Frosted Flakes is being flung at you as a breakfast cereal at your friend's house, and you wake up on New Year's Day, and you're saying to yourself, "Am I gonna? Hey, bro, what? Shh, Kellogg, man." Or are you gonna go ahead and be like, 2%, please? Good, I get just a little 2% in this. What you gonna do, dude?
I've been instructed and informed by the boss of the house that we are protesting Kellogg.
There it is. And I'm 100 with that, dude, because I believe
Post, any representatives for Post or General Mills cereal, if you're listening, hit us, the dude and Debo at gmail.com. I will sample your cereal. I will give you a review, and we can go from there. But Kellogg's is out.
All right. And I believe that boycotting starts at the home. You know what I mean? What better way to talk to your children about their morning cereal? Like, no, we don't eat Kellogg's anymore. Yeah, they laid off Auntie. That's right. So we're just
Hmm.
we're letting them go, and that's what I believe, man. Yeah, boycotting starts right there at the home, right there. But Kellogg won't be so excited about that. Last bit of 1-2 news, man, on the Debo. If you're over a certain age and you're living with your parentals, there's a stigma. Would you agree?
If you're above a certain age and
Yeah.
you still live at home with your parents,
Well, no,
yeah.
no, 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 no. I left. You added more. I left a lot out.
Or go ahead and repeat it then.
Okay. If you're over a certain age and
Mhm.
you're living with your parentals,
All right.
just I put it in a smaller
That could go.
box.
That could go a
Yeah,
couple ways. I see.
it
I
could go a
see the
couple ways.
distinction. Then
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
right.
exactly. And that's Debo's in that walk of life where I'm gonna have to say, and I'm gonna enjoy it every time I say it. Yeah, I live with my mom. I'm gonna say it every time in that context, 100% of the time, because I love the misdirection that it leads, and that's why I framed the question in the beginning differently. But that's a new walk in my life, brother. My mother, for my wife, it'd be mother-in-law, but my mother has moved in. She's in the stage of life where that's appropriate, and that's where we're going. That's the direction. Mom's in the house, and that's a real new door to walk through in any sitcom. But it's
Hmm.
but it's happening in real life with Debo, and I'm sure that there'll be questions sent in, and people will want to have questions answered. But I thought I'd give some basis of the noise and the distant or different things you may hear in the upcoming future. I've moved to the basement. You've noticed the change back here. I've moved to the basement. I wanted to make sure that everything was correct when I told people that I was living with my mother, and I live in the basement. I just wanted to make sure that all lines were crossed there. So that's in the upcoming news. That's happening. And with that, Duder, as per we talked about, we're gonna what we're gonna do, brother. We're gonna take a little Hentucky. We're gonna take a little Hentucky break, and
Nice.
we're gonna come right back. We're not gonna be gone long. And don't go anywhere. And if you listen in, just enjoy a little Hentucky. Maybe. Here you go.
Moms in the House would be a great title for a sitcom, by the way.
Mom's in the house. We're talking about multiple. There's so much there. There's so much there.
You can do a bunch
yeah.
with
We
it.
can do a bunch with it. Yeah, we'll be right back. Drink up all the booze. Who let him in? And nobody knows. And the dark I think Kentucky Hank is going to be releasing his new album, a Christmas album, pretty soon, Duder. And I hope you're able to get some bars on there, because I think you'd add to it. I think you'd be able to, put a little jingle in the bell, if you know what I mean, for the Kentucky Hank. And his
little egg in the nog.
There you go. Little maybe throw some nuts in there.
Mm-hmm.
Nuts and nog. December's here. And I want to talk a little bit about the application process in December. It has a different application process than other months because it's just, they call it the holiday season, but it's just over 40 days, with we squeeze wherever Thanksgiving falls, and then we just kind of run through New Year's. Is there something after New Year's, something in December that I'm missing? In January, a holiday in January that extends the holiday season?
Not that falls under holiday season.
Yeah.
I think New Year's is the end of holiday season.
Okay.
But I thought holiday season began with Halloween. Am I wrong there? It begins with Thanksgiving?
I mean, I think the debate is out there, but October is probably pretty pissed that it has anything to do with, it's a whole month and then 31st.
October's like our last day, bro. You're gonna take our last day and
Yeah.
put it in your season.
And it's like this, because you're starting to prep for.
We're gonna stick with fall. We're not part of you.
I remember in October 1st, though, I'll say this in the holiday season, what it was. I remember October 1st when I was pulling out the Halloween decorations. I was like, pull everything out.
Yeah.
All the way through New Year's. Yeah, pull it all out. Let me see where I'm at. Let me see where I got to go, and what's going to happen. But I don't know. That's a good question. Will that be included in the holidays? I'm going to say no. I'm going to push back because I'm taking holidays down a notch as it is. So no season long. It should be that long. I don't know. Maybe take it out. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, bro. Christmas. Does it need to submit an application, or 2 applications, or 3 applications? What's the criteria there for Christmas? Because I feel like is Santa a holiday? What if you don't celebrate Christ Mass? You don't find yourself at a Mass, celebrating Christ, but you find yourself saying Merry Christmas and giving a ho ho ho. Are we asking for 2 different holiday directions here, or can you say Christmas and Santa is just you just accept the birth of Nicholas Christ? I don't, you know what I mean? Like, how do you divide those 2 up in applications? Because I was getting the paperwork confused because basically I got 4 applications here, and they're all for like the same or other day. There's an Eve application in here, which I was going to call bullshit on. But anywho, thoughts on Christmas Day? Christmas. I don't know. Santa, Christ Mass.
I think the only Eve that even gets consideration is New Year's Eve.
Okay.
Because the importance about that is the changeover.
Right.
As soon as Eve ends and whatever the next day begins, that's where you celebrate. But these people trying to push Christmas into the 24th, that's not your day. You get the 25th. If you want to celebrate on the 24th, that's fine, but it's not official. It's an unofficial celebration.
So okay.
It's not part of the day.
It's not okay.
We all know, if you've paid attention to Christmas, we all know that Nicholas Claus got Mary pregnant. That's the Immaculate Conception. He came down her chimney, unloaded his sack of gifts, and then we got Jesus. And if you know the manger story, then that's why we celebrate Christmas.
Wow.
That's not how it went?
So canceled, bro. But very nice. A nice spin. Deck the halls with that one. I bet you're going to use that one at your Christmas party for sure.
I'm gonna try.
Well, okay. So, but here, when you're submitting applications for was a holiday, you have one's a kid's holiday and one's a parent holiday. One's trying to be naughty and nice, the other one's trying to not go to hell, and one's, where are we at with the submission of the holiday in a sense? Because first of all, is USA giving it the day off and with pay? If you're Scrooge McDuck, or also known as Kellogg, are you giving employees the day off with pay. I think we've touched on, that is what a holiday has to include. Okay, if it's a holiday, it's got to be for everybody, and you got to get a day off, or you got to pay me twice as much. Because everybody likes a holiday for a different reason. So Christmas Eve, we knocked that out the list. But Duder, the question I asked is: Christmas one or two holidays?
I mean, I feel like it should just be one. I think we do get, because this year Christmas is on Saturday.
Oh yeah.
So I think we do get the 24th off as the observed holiday,
Right.
which would tend to make it 2 days. But if Christmas was a Friday, I don't think we'd get the eve off. I don't think we'd get 24th off. So I'm still calling it 1 day. I think you get observed 1 day off, and then whatever day the holiday falls on.
Is the day off for the massing that we will mass and attend to observe Christ's birth, or the day off is for Santa and the halls of deckings? So should it be? I mean,
this is where you lose me. I don't understand how we get from. And maybe we need G for this. I don't understand how you get from the religious aspects of Christmas, the Christ Mass,
right,
to how you get to the jolly old fat man bringing me stuff. And I had to be good all year. Did I have to be good all year so the jolly old fat man would bring me stuff?
Only when
do I have to be good all year so that I don't go to hell?
Only when the elf hits the shelf will you know where you're going. And we have a Santa cam, so the kids never know where they're going. But you're right. It's confusing. It confused me for years, someone who went to church, and I didn't quite get the grasp between Jesus and Santa. I was really pulling down two figures. And then all of a sudden,
only one explanation, brother.
All of a sudden,
there's only one.
All of a sudden, I would start reading the Roman text where we're talking this Jesus guy and what he did, and we crucified him. And I was like, oh. And I was looking for the Roman text for Santa Claus, and I was like, oh, well, that's there too. Okay, well then, what the hell, And I had to line it all up, and. But the weird part is you observe it on the same day. You put it into the weird context for children to comprehend. Side by side. It's right there. It's side by side, but you're just trying to make the difference between, the red suit and the.
We do
the
this
cross.
with a lot of Christian based holidays like Easter, right?
Right.
Easter.
Yeah. We throw a bunny at him. Yeah.
Right. Easter is the rebirth of Christ. The he is risen.
Yes.
The zombie Christ, and then you throw a rabbit.
He didn't eat anybody. Wait a second. How does he zombie Christ? How is he zombie Christ? He didn't eat anybody.
I mean, he was dead. Now he's walking around.
It was Walking Dead, baby. Walking Dead, baby, maybe. But I don't know about Zombie Christ.
You tell me.
He was like blood of Christ, bitch. I mean, it's like where y'all
other than a zombie,
celebrating.
What dies and comes back to life?
Yeah, no, I get it. But you just, I feel like you're being zombie-rist. I don't know, man.
Zombie Christ and a bunny rabbit and baby Jesus and an old fat man. Just get your. The Christian community needs to get its holidays together. We need a Christian. Where's the Pope? I guess the Pope's Catholic.
Yeah.
But still, I want the Pope to rule on this and just say, pick one, bro. You get baby Jesus or you get the old fat man. You get zombie Jesus or you get the rabbit.
I'll take the bunny.
Have them all.
So what do you want? You want the bunny? You want the bunny or which one are you going? Bunny of the resurrection? Or you go in red suit or the cross. Two choices there for you, dude.
Why don't we crucify Santa and just combine it all?
Just put Santa out there. You did this to us, Santa. Give us your gifts.
Santa died for your gifts.
That's funny.
It would make more sense to the kids.
All right, so I tell you what, Christmas is still. We're going to leave an asterisk there because we haven't. He still won't submit his holiday in one paper form. It's 1 day. And I'm trying to. Hanukkah rolls up there. I just don't know enough about it. I'm submitting my application for Kwanzaa. Have you ever done that before, Duder?
I've never submitted my application for Kwanzaa.
Have you ever attended a Kwanzaa ceremony or know anything about Kwanzaa other than black people? If you do you know
that's the extent of my knowledge of Kwanzaa.
Like Kwanzaa, black people? Yeah. All right. Yeah.
I happen to know that this year, the first day of Kwanzaa falls on the 26th.
Now, how do you know that?
December.
Now, how do you know that?
because I was researching the holiday that I wanted to submit an application for,
I
and it's
see.
not Kwanzaa.
And okay, you were like, "Well, what? Oh, look at that! For Kwanzaa first day, look at that 26." I have attended 3 or 4 Kwanzaa ceremonies, and like you, when I went to my first one, I had about as much information. So it's a black thing, right? I don't know
Yeah.
how we
You're
how
like,
we.
I'm here.
I'm
We're
here
done Kwanzaa. Now what?
now. How does this work? And it's a really cool American I get what you call it America. They would maybe back day if what was his name Biden here. He called it the American Negro holiday. It's
Thanks,
probably
Biden.
thanks Biden. It's a Black America holiday. It's not a it's
Yeah.
not an African holiday. I didn't know that. I thought it was an African holiday. No,
I
no,
100%. I would have circled if this was a multiple choice
yeah,
test. I would have filled in
African
something
holiday.
related to African
Right.
holiday.
No, we were slaves. We were brought here. We're like, what's your religion? We're like, what you guys got? And then
Nah, we don't want that.
we don't want that. So
It's too confusing. You got
right.
animals and babies.
there was I didn't understand it. So Kwanzaa is in I find a lot of similarities with Kwanzaa as which you have not watched Coco, the kids movie, I'm sure.
No.
Exactly. So you don't know about that. So the Day of the Dead, you probably
I'm familiar.
can you say it in the with the Spanish
Dia de los Muertos.
Thank you very much. It wasn't going to come out like that at all. That day has a lot of similarities with Kwanzaa in the sense that it is a day of remembrance of those who have passed in a lot of ways. It starts off by literally just putting your finger in water and flicking it, and that is to spread water, right? This water for somebody, and you say somebody's name that maybe that you want to ask them to be with us for a second. And it remembering your past, bringing your past into the room with others. So, and that whole thing happens. Then I think there's a candle ceremony. I forgot. I forget the significance of that. It's probably really important. And then
Seems like it would be.
yeah, it's probably really is. Pulling the spirits in the room was the point that it got me with. I enjoyed that about Kwanzaa ceremony every time, and because you feel like you regathered again with old spirits, old people that you knew, and the Day of the Dead, where they put a picture on the frame
Yep.
for that same reason to call somebody back, and in any sense that you have of somebody, whether it be a pen or a picture or an idea, you have to call it back to remember it. And in Kwanzaa does that. It goes much. I'll give you guys a much deeper Kwanzaa understanding. In maybe if it gets accepted in the holiday, I'm pretty sure it's going to make it. We're going to see. But Kwanzaa not about. I'm going to leave that one in there. And at least we're going to stop calling it a black holiday that you don't know anything about, or an African holiday that you don't know anything about. We're going to put it out there as something new for the 2021 22s.
Here's my suggestion. My only suggestion for Kwanzaa is that maybe we consider moving it if we're gonna keep it. I just feel like putting it right next to Christmas is causing people to overlook it. And you have Dia de los Muertos
Right.
is the day after Halloween, and
Right.
you're like, oh, spooky Halloween, yeah. Day of the Dead, they seem to fit. You're like, oh yeah, Day of the Dead after Halloween. There's spirits.
You feeling like Kwanzaa could be the tie between Halloween and get Halloween into the season officially, because you got a Kwanzaa right after. You got like Dia de los Muertos.
Like
You got
you go Halloween, Dia de los Muertos, follow that up maybe like
Kwanzaa.
a week later with Kwanzaa.
Yeah, and then you throw in
now you're dragging holiday season.
Yeah. Good trade
It's all
there.
one.
I like
Plus,
that. Okay.
you drop it in November, and you got that middle ground where nobody's got anything
Right.
going on.
Yeah. Kwanzaa right there. Just those.
And then you can get mad. People start playing Christmas music early in November. You can be like, "Hey, bro, you can't play that yet. We're doing Kwanzaa."
You know what?
Knock that shit off.
So you're willing to accept that maybe Kwanzaa, but just maybe a date change. We're just gonna get you a little more notice. We'll put you on the billboard in a little different position. I understand. Okay.
Listen, where do you if you were an old white dude in charge of holidays, which we all know, the old white dude decided where all the holidays go.
Right.
If you were an old white dude in charge of holidays, where would you put Kwanzaa? I'd put it the day after Christmas. Nobody cares about your holiday, bro. We're returning
You-
shit. We're going to the store. We're eating ham. We're watching football. What's Kwanzaa?
but
Nobody
look at
knows. This
the
is why you didn't know.
but look at how excited you are to get the 26th though. You're so excited because they're like, oh, you know what? We're gonna put you right after Christmas. See, we like you. You're so much. We're gonna put you right there. No problem.
Prime real estate.
Prime
bro.
stuff.
Everybody's already celebrating.
Yeah.
Nah, nobody knows what Kwanzaa means. You
That's
didn't
funny.
even know.
That's fun. No, I mean, how would I know? I grew up in Orange County. How would I know?
That's what I'm
Yeah, okay. So, anyways, there you go for
Kwanzaa needs a better PR team.
Kwanzaa needs a better. Yeah, absolutely. We're gonna slide over to a quick COVID check. Turn your
You
head.
don't want to hear my holiday? You don't want my holiday?
Oh, I thought. Hold on. Hey, Ben, shut up, guys. You guys, get out of here. You guys.
already
I thought
revoked. You already stamped veto on my holiday.
I had 3 positions to add holidays, and they were all full, and so I didn't. I moved
put
on.
Kwanzaa on all.
I did. I put Kwanzaa.
It's like Kwanzaa.
Because
Christmas gets 3 Kwanzaa.
yeah, just trying to even some shit. Old scores. All right, let's. You know what I'll do?
I filled it out in triplicate.
Oh, okay. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what I'll do. No, you never know. Okay, there you go. There's some. What is the word? Music to build for your drop. Go ahead.
I'm gonna put some bars on this.
Here you go.
My holiday is Boxing Day. And much like Kwanzaa, you're like, what the hell is Boxing Day, right? I'm not a boxer. Do we got to call LA's premier boxing trainer, Steve Gomez, in here to come explain Boxing Day? The answer is no. Boxing Day is a traditional European holiday where you're supposed to give to the needy. And the reason it's the day after Christmas is because obviously on Christmas you get a bunch of shit and then you're like, oh, I don't want that. I don't need that. We're not going to use this. And then you donate that to people who could use it. Back in the medieval times when Boxing Day began, they weren't obviously giving Xboxes and whatnot. They were like, here's a slab of mutton, here's some grain, here's some water that's not going to poison you. Maybe here's a coin, a ruble, or whatever we spend. But today, in today's day and age, you just donate the gifts that you didn't want to the needy. And if we're going to keep Christmas and we're going to keep all these, commercial holidays, then I think a holiday like Boxing Day is important. So I'm submitting my application.
Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Boxing Day. I feel
it doesn't have to be the day after Christmas.
It could be.
But if we're going to move Kwanzaa, it's a good spot.
It's where it is now. I mean, Boxing Day. How far back does this go, Duder? Because I have questions. I have questions. Boxing Day.
Middle Ages.
And this had nothing to do with LA Premier's.
Nothing to do with fighting.
Nothing fighting at all. It was. They had boxes back then because they wooden crates. What they had They had cardboard.
I didn't read that far.
I'm just going. I got questions. Hey, bro, I got questions, bro, because wooden crates were the thing for boxes, and it only since Amazon has cardboard, tripled. So I question what kind of boxes they were using for boxes. Did we get like a luggage of suitcases or like a huge getting on the Titanic, kind of that's what you're putting in boxes, or okay. So that's question 1. It's not boxing. And okay, and we're using.
I don't know why we call it Boxing Day.
Okay,
I just know that you give to the needy.
Okay, so it's not. Okay, so you know what? Maybe like milk crates. Back in the day, they had to have carried milk. The milkman had to carry like a milk crate around. No, okay. Put that in a box and give to because we do that now, like a food drive.
All right. Here.
Okay.
It is sometimes believed.
Okay.
To be in reference to the alms box placed in the narthex of Christian churches to collect donations to the poor. G's nodding his head, so I must have clicked on the right link. So it does have a little bit of that religious Christian Christmas tie-in that you're going to your local church, you're dumping all the crap you don't want into the donation box.
Okay.
And that's why it's called Boxing Day.
Okay, so this is more of a food drive national world holiday.
They say tradition of giving money and other gifts to those in need or those in service positions.
Money. Okay, so it's dollars. I mean, you box.
You could go dollars. You could go that TMT gif where he's just making it rain ones off the palm of his hand. You could do that if you want.
I saw a dude
Uh,
at a party over the weekend who got a little excited, and they were starting to have a contest. He was like, "Yo, I got Venmo, so we could do this." I was like, "Dang, bro, you ready?" So yeah, they'll take your Venmo. They'll take
how
anything.
long until we Venmo strippers? Because the fee, if you
Swipe.
go $1 at a time, is gonna get you.
Yeah, no. You will pay it all at once, baby. Yeah,
You
just
can't really make it rain.
drop
Venmo.
drop that 100 early, baby. It's not. It's make it easier and whatnot. So okay. Well. So okay. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I don't know if you're aware, but the term Christmas box
Uh.
dates back to the 17th century.
Still talking about Christ Mass, and then a box with that goes back to the 17th century. Is that what you dropped on me?
Yeah, they'd collect special offerings tied to the feast of Saint Stephen,
Okay.
not to be confused with Stephen Gomez, LA's premier boxing trainer.
I'm
I
throwing.
feel like this should be his holiday.
Listen, I'm going to throw Boxing Day down with an asterisk. I'm just going to need for someone to tell me what to do first, okay? Because I feel like at first I'm doing a food drive, then I had to Venmo something. I did that
No, that's the
Thanksgiving.
beauty of it. You don't have to do all or any. You just pick one. Am I going to give money? Am I going to give food? Am I going to give this Xbox that somebody gave me that I don't really want? What am I? Just donate something. Take the stuff you don't want, or even stuff you do want, is really the best way to donate, and then give to someone who needs it.
All right. Your Boxing Day has an asterisk, sir. It'll be looked into, but I think we're going to change some of the names because you confuse the hell out of anyone who buys from Amazon. So I think we're gonna we're gonna mix it in there with Kwanzaa and something like that.
If we get Amazon to sponsor this,
Ooh.
and then they can do like free shipping if you give them their boxes back or
Nice.
something.
I like that
Now we're
because I
talking.
got a stack over here of smiley arrows that need to go, but they're not doing that today, are they? We got you, bro. I got you. I'll take it in. I got this. Real quick, Duder, we were supposed to. We're supposed to dance for a while, evidently. Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah. Chicka-cha. Okay. We're supposed to do a quick COVID check. We're supposed to turn your head and cough, take a booster, and actually get in line behind Michigan, actually. So watch out. COVID, brother. Have you looked at the numbers? Be honest with yourself. I remember there was a time in my life where I would wake up in the morning, turn on the news, and then I would turn off the news, and then I'd go to bed. Like that was a part of my COVID day. But we're not really in that place anymore. I don't believe. Not for me. But have you checked the numbers? Have you looked at COVID to see if it's still here or still a thing?
No, I probably should.
Should.
But I have COVID fatigue.
Mm-hmm.
I have been boosted. I got
you
my
go.
6G booster shot.
Nice.
I feel like I've done all that I can do. I still wear a mask when I go out. I still put a hand sanitizer on. I wash my hands. I've gotten every shot that they'll give me. At this point, I feel like if you want to do the recommended things to protect yourself, you've done it, or you have a plan in place. Maybe you haven't got your booster shot yet, but you have a plan in place.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't want to do those things, you're not. There's no amount of incentive left. You have to have it to have a certain job.
Right.
We offered money. We offered prizes. We tried, all
Trip
the
to
ways
Tahiti,
people tried to bribe you.
Uh-huh.
If you don't want to get the shot, you're not going to get the shot. If you want to get the shot, you got the shot, or you got a plan to get the shot.
Uh-huh.
At this point, the only thing is the Omicron variant. And is that going to get bad, or are we just going to forget about it and keep moving on?
I want my question answered, okay? And if I got to bring G in here to get this question answered, I want the question answered. Is COVID over? Because I use COVID as this huge word that means a whole lot of things. And COVID to me was a 2-week packet for my kids where they said they'll be back in 2 weeks. Here's some paper packets, and, good luck.
I mean, it was supposed to be for everybody, right? Hey, we're going to shut down for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Flatten the curve.
Right, exactly.
And shit will get back to normal.
Okay, we all know what happened. We all saw the story. We're here today. My question stands. Is COVID over? Because what we created in a bubble okay, which we called COVID, and we all went in it at least for 2 weeks. Some people 2 weeks, no mask, no COVID.
Two
Okay,
weeks, 2 years.
No, but I mean, like, if you lived in Florida, I always said you may have put a mask on for 2 weeks and then just taking it off and be like, COVID ain't real, and just walk through the rest of your life. Just do right. COVID ended kind of for me once my kids got vaccines, right? Because it was similar to the flu in our house. We always got our flu shots. We knew the flu was out there. We lived our life. That was semi-normal to us 3 years ago. Today we get our COVID
It's
shot.
not weird that in the beginning of COVID, everybody was like, not everybody, half the country was like, it's the flu. And the other half was like, nah, bro, it's serious. And now we're talking about like, it's like the flu. We got our shot. We went on with our life.
You in the beginning, it wasn't like the flu because we didn't have a vaccine. It was different because it was different to us. And did we know what was going to happen? No, we don't know what's going to happen, guys. So it was different. But now we're 2 years later, 2 years into this thing solid, pushing 3, and you got to ask yourself in similarities of a virus that looks like a corona, and it's called a virus, and it looks very similar to a respiratory disease. Yeah, so it's a respiratory disease. Yeah, okay, so it's similar. Okay, all right, there it is, done. So we created the bubble where you watch the news every day. To me, that's COVID. I was watching the news every day. Tell me now, Newsom, right? For me, I don't know if you guys had
Can I go out and eat now?
Yeah, exactly.
We have Governor Sisolak who did a great job.
Okay, yeah. Newsom went out to dinner, but other than that, he did pretty good. I even went to New York. I looked at New York and I looked at California very closely. I was watching to see what's going on. Michigan's having a problem right now, by the way. So shout out to anybody in Michigan, because I know you guys are listening so much. But shout out to you guys. You guys are feeling a bit of a pinch at the moment. But then the idea was we were going to overload the system. That was a secondary thing. We don't have a vaccine, and we're going to overload the system. We didn't even know we had a system, okay? We didn't even know that there was enough nurses, enough doctors, and enough beds. We didn't know anything about that. So they put a nice graph together for us. They said, see, this is how many beds we have. This is the system. We're even going to align colors into it. So we're code red or code orange or whatever. And that's COVID, right? These are new things that happened around in this bubble. And so then
Never in my life previously did I know how many ICU beds were available at the hospitals in the city I live in.
Exactly.
Never once had to think or care about that.
And so they said, this is another thing about COVID. We have to do this. Otherwise, it's going to be a problem. So we all said, okay, we'll hang out in our personal groups and we'll keep COVID as contained as we can until we get a vaccine. And then we'll have a vaccine and we'll try to keep it contained, and that'll be COVID. So that's where we are. Like that's where we are. Now, a new variant of the flu disease happens every year. It transforms into another flu. So you get another flu shot. And the new disease, the flu happens every day. You get another flu shot. This is what happens every year. COVID, we've gone through a couple variants. This one, always the latest one, probably the worst. It's never gonna decrease itself. It's never gonna find itself going, you know what? I'm gonna be an easy variant. It's always gonna. But anyways, if COVID was this new bubble of newness, in-home learning, masking, family groups 6 feet apart, and the system, vaccines and the system. If that was COVID, is COVID over because these things are not new? They are normal. Is that what allows us to say that COVID's over? You're just checking the storm on what's coming? Or no, we have to say, no, we're still in, you might call it World War II, World War III. We're still in COVID as a thing. And G, go ahead and pull up yourself a chair. And I think I got G covered here on this one. I'm going to go with this one and see if this did. Oh, it's always that one. It's always that one. There you go. A little smooth music for G as you comes into mind. There you go. G, pull yourself up a chair here. I do have this one question to ask here. And it, again, is COVID over? Your thoughts, Mr. G?
No.
Okay, why not?
As long as there are continuing variances, then the COVID's not over. It's just like with the flu. The flu is never over. It's just a season.
Right. Okay.
So it's not over. It has not been cured.
I agree with you there 100%. If go ahead.
But it hasn't been cured.
In the sense that the flu, like you said, isn't cured either. COVID was a new hotness, right? New music, not even new music, just a different tune, really a different tune of music. But it was this newness, and all these new things changed. And I believe that the newness is gone, and I agree with your term. COVID is gone, but it's more of a season, and it's going to come with the flu. It's going to be in conjunction at the moment because we don't have either other under control, and we haven't had the flu under control. And so it's going to be a season of that comes. That's just going to be it. It's going to be until I don't know if we'll ever get under control, but it's not. It's hard for me to say this without sounding like I'm using the word Smurf. It's not COVID though, right? It's not what was the new word that you would say to shock somebody. Why? Because of COVID, right? Because of COVID. Why? COVID. Why? Right? Years ago, parties, kind of like everybody just said, nah, we're good. This year, Duder, I'm assuming maybe you're going to a Christmas party this year because maybe COVID's over, but maybe not. Duder, what do you got?
I am going to a Christmas party this year. I have, like you said, the first year, 2020, everything just kind of stopped. Everything shut down. All your plans, all your vacation plans, your party plans, your holiday, everything just done. You're staying home, and you didn't have to think about it. You just knew. Again, unless, like you said, you lived in Florida and you were just walking around like nothing ever happened.
Right.
You knew that that's it. This year's a wrap.
Right.
We're staying home. I stayed home for work. I stayed home for, we canceled all of our vacations. And my partner and I just did Christmas, New Year's, Thanksgiving at home by ourselves. It was fucking fantastic. I almost wish we could just do that every year. But we have family and friends.
Right.
But 2021 was a mixed bag, right?
Right.
It was like, oh, we can go out. Nope, we're closed again. Oh, we can go out, but you got to wear a mask.
Right.
Or you got to follow this guideline or X, Y, and Z, 25% capacity. Then it was you had to show proof of vaccine or negative test to go anywhere. We talked about that, whether or not vaccine passports should be a thing. And they're kind of a hybrid thing, right? Like if Adele wants to put on a concert in Las Vegas, which she does, you not only have to show that you're vaccinated, on top of that, you have to show a negative test.
Right. Right.
And artists can pick and choose. Some artists say, if you make us vaccinate our fans, we're not going to perform here, and they cancel their shows. So like I said, when you first asked, I feel like COVID is as over for me as it's going to be because I've done everything that has been asked of me. I've taken all 3 jabs. I wear my mask. I wash my hands. I socially distance. So I'm going to a Christmas party where, to the best of my knowledge, everyone there will be vaccinated. I don't know what else I can do.
Yeah, and I agree with you, but I think that we have to finally put the pin in COVID as a 2-year-long change of society. I always say post 9/11 is what I mean when I talk about COVID as a thing. Like, it happened, and it was a shocker thing. A D-Day was a day. It happened. We can talk about it in past tense.
I agree with you.
This guy just got fired for not taking his COVID vaccination on General Hospital. So COVID
on General Hospital. Yeah. That's great.
It's been on the news all day for me, and the guy's like, he's been there since 1991. He didn't want to take his COVID shot. The producer said, take your COVID shot. He said, I don't want to. And they said, look, take your COVID shot. And he said, no, I don't want to. And they said, okay, this last time, take your COVID shot. He said, no, I don't want to. They said, cool, you're fired. And now he leaked out to the press that he's being, I really hate when they say this, he's being crucified.
Oh my God. Jesus, no. My Lord.
For his belief of not taking the COVID shot.
May I?
That's fine, bro. Look, Jesus didn't complain. Why don't you just shut up?
Now if you don't have a job,
Hey, bro, you good? I'm just chilling up here. This is, cross.
Fine,
homie.
bro, I got a great view over here.
he's complaining now. That's how come it's all over the news. Because now he's complaining that I can't pay my bills. I don't have a job. And it's because I'm being crucified by this COVID thing. And
Here's something that got lost in all of this COVID. I want my freedoms nonsense. you don't get your freedoms without the consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
He's free. He's free to make that choice.
And
Not get in the shop, bro. You're not making me do it. That's fine.
I
It's
guess
up to you. That is your right as an American.
I agree.
It's also up to your employer to make their own decisions.
I agree with you, dude. And and on this level, I think that you've made me understand why COVID may or may not be over. And it may or may not be over because of changes, I guess. And if the thing I'll push back on this to this guy, this isn't new. And it's not like you don't know a red light means stop and a green light means go. And I got that in the beginning because my kids had to get their shots before they could go to school. So again, for a long time, I was under the impression that this was everywhere. But then when COVID comes out, I'm like, oh, no, they don't do this in businesses. They don't do this in all these other parts of life. So, okay. And then I saw the passport come out. I was like, here we go. Everybody's going to get a new awakening to a new idea of life. And to this guy's point, it's not new. Like we've been going through this for a while. We've been going through the circles for a while. You have a choice. You get your freedom and your choice. So pick one. That's up to you, and you're going to go. But it's not going to be a bombshell like COVID was. And I believe that the COVID bombshells have stopped falling. Maybe that's a good way to put this. It's not like you're looking to the sky and you're thinking, what's the next COVID bombshell that's going to change my life at this point moving forward? Now, we all said that, and then January 6th happened. So, I mean, I don't want to predict too much happiness to come our way. But,
tornadoes in Connecticut. I mean,
what's that?
We have tornadoes in Connecticut.
I mean, I'm so glad you touched on that, bro.
Everywhere.
Yeah, I caught a little bit of that this morning, and again, heart goes out to all of us in the Midwest because they got hit, and they got hit hard. And I don't normally hear fatalities when it comes to tornadoes. I do hear ones and twos, but we're in like the 40s and 50s in fatalities already, and another big number in missing right now in hurricanes. So, and my heart goes out to you guys. That's a really, really rough storm system out there, and that you guys had to deal with. And so, really, really sorry about that. And I'm hoping that they get some help. President declared some national money to go help them out and give them a hand. But no, thank you, G, for bringing that up. What's that?
I wouldn't have gave him nothing.
Sorry, bro, your house blew down, but you got it. You good.
Trump said, if you guys had raked,
break the leaves, break the forest, bro.
If you raked the forest, you wouldn't have a tornado.
Interesting.
That's what Trump did.
Well, because he talked about the forest of the forest fires. Oh, God.
The California fires.
Oh, yeah, I missed that one. Thank you. That's funny. That's not funny. That's hilarious.
If they all got out there and got the rate,
then it would have been fine. It would just
if McConnell had came out from DC and went back home to Kentucky,
dude. Yeah, then it would just
it would have been okay.
Okay, dude, you good on COVID?
Yeah, I thought I had something else, but it's escaped me, so that's fine.
COVID has the COVID. What is that? Oh my goodness! Oh,
we graduate from COVID?
No, I think
move your booster shot to the other side of your.
I think this is the English. Oh yes, it's the English are invading a little bit there. That's we have a letter.
Day.
We have a letter from England. That's actually that's his little English. Yeah, there you go. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a break before we get our letter from England real quick, and as we do, we'll get our paperwork in order. We will be right back with a letter from.
You want to
England.
hear about this letter?
Yeah, you want to hear about this?
It could be from the Queen. We don't know.
dude. Debo, dude. Debo. All right, we are back now for the final portion of the show. Letter from England, across the street, our old brethren, our well, that relationship didn't work out as well as we hoped, but we still receive mail from time to time across seas, and this one comes from a devoted fan named Bill. And Bill writes, "Hi, dude, and LA Premier's boxing trainer Steve Gomez." It's weird. Name should be there. Anyways, hi. We'll be going on a first date with someone that I've been talking to exclusively, underline, during the pandemic. Going to the U.S. Any suggestions for our first date? Any ideas on first date? This again comes from cross seas, so he's going to be coming on a first date here in the America, and wanted you guys to chop up some ideas for a first date for Bill and who he's been talking to during the pandemic. I split it up real quick to start, about Duder and G. Which state would you put him in? Not state of mind, but which state would you fly him into? Would you fly him into New York or California? Or would you put him directly into, Milwaukee as he's coming in?
A lot of good food.
How much money it costs? How much money you got,
dude?
I mean, he's flying in from Europe for a date, so I gotta assume he's fairly well heeled financially.
It's gonna work out. Yeah.
I don't know. That one dude, he was in the landing gear. I'm not sure.
Well, in that case, I'd put him wherever the plane drops.
Yeah.
Just got to make it, bro.
I don't have much of a choice at that point.
Yeah.
Gotta make it. Okay, so let's say he gets in here. Which state are we sending him to? Like, I mean, if you give your option, you're coming from England, you don't have to go to any particular one state. You have the 50, I believe you're still 50, 49, 40. Did you leave? No, we're still here.
I mean, we're up to like 51.
Oh, 51? There you go.
Shout out Puerto Rico.
There you go, Puerto Rico. And we have some territories to talk about. We'll talk about Taiwan, I'm sure, here in the next 2 weeks, whether we want to or not. But anyways.
I'm flying into Chicago.
Okay.
Now.
Okay. Chicago. I like Chicago. Chicago's a good place. Got a good city. How about you, Duder? Where are you sending?
I'm bringing him to the great state of Nevada.
Oh, straight.
Hendertucky Hank agrees,
Okay.
and I'm taking him to Las Vegas.
Okay. All right. So let me start these three narratives, and I will bring. I'll pick California. I'll take the California line. The next question is: it going to be a full date, or is it going to be a half date? You can start dates at a certain time, and you can hope to end them at a certain time. G, are we going to start it? What time are we starting this date for our man from Bill? Is it going to be early? Is it going to be late? What are we doing?
He's going to have some jet lag.
Well, you never know. He could come in the day before, So it's when he wants to start it. We want to give him the best, advice possible. So,
well, I would start the day in the afternoon.
Okay,
about
2 o'clock. We got 2 o'clock. We have the is that the Rudy Tooty Fresh and Fruity seniors discount for dinner? Is that
that's at 4?
Okay, I forgot. I knew I missed it. Duder, what time we starting the date for Bill? What time's he? What time he say? Tell him. This is what time we're gonna meet.
I'm starting the date at 5 p.m.
Okay.
Because you can still catch the tail end of happy hour.
Oh, nice.
So if the date goes horrible from the jump, you're not too committed financially. But if it's going well, then you can choose to continue, and then you understand the price you're going to pay.
Well, I'm going to disagree with both of you guys. I'm going to take the early morning bus. I'm going to say we're going to start this date right around 8 o'clock. maybe 9.
That's why you've been married for 20
It's
years.
right. I know. I get it. I completely 100%. They were like, Dwayne, that's why you're not going on a date. How about that? That's why you're there by yourself in the morning, just hanging out. So okay, I'm gonna take the California early morning hike. Is what we're gonna do. We're gonna catch that morning energy. And we're going to start that day off, we're going to start off right. We're going to go walk around, see some of the California beauty. Dude went straight to the bar, and it looks like G probably somewhere by the water picking up some lunch.
Chicago.
Yeah, you're in Chicago right there. We've all got a little bit less time than each other. Since I have a little bit more time than everybody else, I think I'll start by saying that after you're done with your nice walk, you're going to go to a nice lunch. There's plenty of places to go to lunch out here. You're just going to pick one. And then we're going to take a date. Yeah, Duder's already into my stuff. He's like, yeah, this is I can't.
Writing this down.
I can't wait. To whatever you have, Devo. I'm going to, because I got more time than you guys. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to take a break on the date. We're going to massages. And, you're going to take your massage. I'm going to take my massage. We're going to break that up for just a minute. Mid-date.
It's going to be a couple's massage?
Yeah,
Or it's going to go off separately?
That's kind of interesting.
I'm not sure. I would always
Depends on how the hike goes.
depends on how the hike goes, bro. The massage is already, scheduled. So
Have they actually been zooming each other so they know what?
yes,
they're
see,
doing?
this is you've been together
Or
for.
are
Yes,
they just on the phone?
no, they've been zooming and talking over like last year and a half, and
so he
they
knows what her shape is.
Yes.
He knows his shape.
who knows how deep Zoom went. We're just saying that.
So
they
we, in the dude household, we've been watching Christmas movies.
yeah.
And because it's still fairly early in the month, we're just watching a bunch of like the crappy Hallmark style Christmas movies that
Whatever
nobody
you can
cares about.
There you go.
And we just watched one called Love Hard, which kind of combines Die Hard and Love Actually.
Okay.
And it's actually pretty good as far as bad Christmas movies go.
Nice.
But the premise is that this man and woman meet via dating app,
hmm
and they're on opposite sides of the country.
I like where this is going.
And so they talk, and this is why I bring it up. They're chatting, they're video chatting, they're texting, they're talking on the phone for a while, and then she flies from her end of the country, LA, to his end of the country. I don't remember where, East Coast somewhere, and then hilarity ensues. But so I'm getting that kind of vibe here from Bill, in that they met on a dating app, they've been talking, they've stoked the flames of passion, but they haven't met in person yet. Am I getting this correctly?
That's what I get from the letter as well. I used the word again. The word exclusively was underlined, so I get there's a relationship here, but this is going to be the first date, the first time that we're going to spend together. So I'm gonna skip over to G because skip over to G. You have more time in your day left over. I just came back from massages. What are we doing at 2:00 in the afternoon in Chicago?
Early bird special.
There you go.
It's time to go get you a Chicago sandwich.
Oh, is that a vernacular?
Is that a euphemism for sex?
Yeah, is that
No.
Okay, all right. I didn't know.
Chicago beef sandwich with the Jordanaire
Is that a
sauce.
euphemism for sex?
No. If I want to say sex, I'll just say.
And then we're just gonna be in Chicago and have sex.
Yeah. No, right now we're gonna go eat at the steak sandwich shop
Okay.
over by the Loop.
Okay.
Oh, the Loop.
Yes, by the
sounds-
Loop.
Okay.
And then we can walk and sit and look at the art at the Loop while we're eating our steak sandwich.
You yawned during my hike,
Are you going to take her to Trump Town?
but my man gets to sit down and look at art, and nothing from you, nothing.
Whether
There's a lot of good. There's a lot
There's
of good
the ocean
museums
too,
in
or
Chicago.
the
The
Michigan
river.
lake. Yeah, the lake. Michigan is there.
All right, Bill, you get to go on a hike, or you get to sit on a bench, and
Is that the lake that they dyed green during St. Patrick's Day?
Yes.
There you go.
And then you can look at the lake, look at the art and the sculptures at that park, and eat your sandwich and have a good conversation.
Chicago beef.
I've done all of this minus the beef.
Yeah.
Oh man, you got to have the Jordanaire sauce with the beef steak sandwich.
All right, so Duder, we massaged, we've eaten, we've looked at some art, we've looked at a green lake. What are we doing when you got a 5 p.m. start, and that's right around happy hour? Now, mind you, I knew where you were going, which is an easy start, but you know this person. So, I mean, you waited your whole day. Now, you've been up. You know this is happening all day. You've been thinking about this all day, and you want to play it off now at 5 o'clock like, this is just 5 o'clock stuff. You know, it's normal stuff for me. I'm just going to walk in here. It's no big deal. But it is a big deal. It's a huge deal. It's a huge deal. But what are we doing at happy hour? Here we go.
Here's the thing. I got to assume that both you and G don't have a whole lot of experience meeting someone on a dating app, chatting for a while, and then finally meeting in person.
I feel like you could be correct.
So when you do something like that, even though you feel like you know the person, you feel like there's this connection, there's still a lot of nerves associated with that because it's still a first meet in person.
Yeah.
So the easiest way to calm those nerves is to get a little liquid courage in you. So I'm going to send Bill and his date to the bar, but not just any bar. I'm going to send Bill and his date to Mas Por Favor in Las Vegas, which is a taco shop.
Yes, please.
And on the outside, it just looks like a taco shop.
Okay.
But when you go in, not only do they have the best tacos in the city, they have a speakeasy in the back.
Nice.
That you have to know about to get to.
Nice part about speakeasy.
And currently, the speakeasy is themed A Nightmare Before Xmas Christmas theme.
And I feel like you know this from personal experience, having gone here in the last few days.
Allegedly. And so you got a bunch of themed meals and drinks. I may recommend the Jack Skellington, which is a rum concoction, got a little marshmallow fluff on top. But you also catch the tail end of happy hour. Happy hour ends at 6.
All right.
So you can get a couple of cheap drinks in you. And if you want to keep drinking, there's a tiki bar walking distance away. Or if you want to go out and now do some activities, it's a cheap Uber either to the Strip, to the Fremont Street Experience, or where I would send Bill and his date to Area 15, which is an all immersive event type place where you can have more drinks, you can do some things, throw axes, play golf, ride go-karts, look at art, or do an immersive art experience at now the name escapes me.
When you say immersive art, I feel like we're stripping down and we're getting painted.
Omega Mart.
Okay.
Omega Mart
All
is
right.
the place.
All right.
We're not stripping down.
We're
not
not okay.
Normal clothes.
Okay. All right. I like immersive art in
couple cocktails though. You never know.
Hey, I like it. Okay, so we Duder. I mean, I'm not going to say you win, but you're definitely leading the fun train for Bill, whereas mine's been a hike and relaxing, and G has taken in culture. I'll read back to mine to say that in California, bro, after a nice day like that, I feel like you could get pretty smashed out here in any which way you want to go. You can pick a bar town. There's several here in California. You got so many choices. I might not pick Fullerton at the moment because we didn't get our trash picked up, so it's probably not the best place to go. But if you stick up there in L.A., they probably got the trash service done, and I'm sure there's a restaurant to go to. But I would have focused on a nicer hotel and, focused on the experience of the night, gone out, caught some nightlife, grab some drink, grab a good dinner, and then, talk about shacking up for the night because, now you have the options. Which brings me to my next question. If you had the option, Duder and G, at this last moment to make a change, and someone offered you at the part of the date, you have three options, bro. High-rise hotel, bed and breakfast, okay? And what's that? What's the thing that you get? You go online and you ask for someone's house, and you're gonna go stay in someone's house.
Airbnb.
There you go. So you got a nice resort hotel, Airbnb, or I'm gonna take the other one out and go campground. Okay? Hey, I never know. And you got to choose one. I'll take the last pick, which I'm pretty sure I know where it'll be. But G, we'll start with you. Out of those top options, do you take the Ritz-Carlton? Or do you take the KOA, or do you slide on down to somebody's house that you've never met and you do it in their bedroom?
We are going to the W.
The W.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, down there in Chicago, the W. Okay. All right. That'd be a nice fitting in. Duder? Right off the lake. Duder?
A view of Trump Tower, I believe, too.
Allegedly.
Allegedly at the W. Am I still? We're still on the first date. Is that?
We're
is that
still.
what we're doing
You just
here?
you did cocktails. You're still trying to see how it's going. You're helping out with his nerves. Maybe went down to the experience, and it's definitely an experience at the other end of the strip. But after that, we're kind of stuck on where we're going. Are we going to the KOA? Are we going to the Airbnb? Get a little more room. You could need 3 different rooms, or do you just go straight? Hey, I'm a regular person. We're just going to go to a resort or hotel, motel, or which one do you go? KOA, resort, or the Airbnb?
I'm gonna suggest Bill take his date to Circa Hotel and Casino.
Okay.
Put her up, him or her. I don't know who his date is.
They.
Put him or her up in the penthouse.
Oh.
And you have the swim club experience at Circa, and you may think it's December, dude. What are you talking about swimming? They're heated pools. They have over 30 heated pools. You can go down there at night, kind of build a little tension, and then you have the
Is that what it's called
if,
nowadays?
if you so choose.
Tension.
Is it called building tension? Duder? Is that what you between two?
I mean, I don't know if that's what it's called, but that's the reality of it.
Wow.
If you're flirting and you're starting to get some of the juices and hormones flowing,
There you go.
what
Me so
you're
excited.
doing is building that tension to
Yeah.
hopefully release it at a later date.
Well, I think the Debo's going to put you in a KOA. We're sleeping in the van. So the more I hear my date, I really don't think I have an option of pulling here at the end. And I don't think I really set him up with the best example to pull, but it's an example anyways.
Can I point out a few problems with your date?
Okay.
just as an experienced dater who hasn't been married for 20 years.
Okay.
Aside from the massage,
Yeah.
which
Okay.
is a great idea.
Okay. Thank you.
Aside from the massage, there's not a lot of shower opportunities, and you're doing a lot of stuff.
Hiking.
It's gonna get a little sweat buildup,
Right.
little
Yeah.
odor going.
Oh.
And where are you putting the luggage?
And where are you putting the luggage? But if you're married, you get a little odor going. Nobody really cares.
Yeah, well,
It's the end of the night. You handle
Right.
your business.
Right.
But if you're on a first date, you want to present well.
I see.
And some people may have apprehensions about presenting some odor,
Okay.
and you do have an opportunity to shower before and after the massage,
Right. Right.
so that'll clean it up a little bit. But now you've got the hike, so you got the blood flowing, you got the massage, so they worked out all the tension and the toxins.
Uh-huh.
But now you got those toxins in your blood, and you're going to throw some alcohol in there. You're probably not going to be feeling too great. So it's going to be a early night at the campground. You're going to get to the campground. You're going to pitch a tent, literally, not figuratively.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And then say you're going to hit the sack. Again, literally, not figuratively.
Well, it's a long drive to the campground, depending on where you're going to camp. You're
I'm
doing a
saying
lot of
it's a great plan. It's a great weekend. It's
Yeah.
a great getaway.
It's just one day. It's just one day.
Yeah, that's a lot of drive.
It's better as a weekend.
It's
a great day.
Yeah.
But I don't know about a first date.
Yeah. Yeah. And to compliment, the two of yours, G, I don't know how long we could have stared at the lake, but with that sandwich, probably would have tasted delicious. I question how much, talking we would have done and then straight to the hotel. No movie, no entertainment, nothing. It was just
W has a wonderful restaurant and bar downstairs.
okay.
And so
Get a shot of Malort.
Yeah, we could still hang out at the bar, and then or we can go all the way up to the roof and sit at the rooftop restaurant and drink and eat.
Not in December.
Yeah, that'd be great in December because it's indoors.
All right, there you go.
And you still got the view without the wind. So you're looking out and you're all right, cool. And you can still talk and eat and then go right downstairs to the room.
I like it. I like it all the way around.
Yes.
We are gonna G, we're gonna slam you the door on you real quick. You know what? I got a button for G. I forgot. It's a ejector seat. There you go. There you go. My G ejector seat there. Get rid of him.
It's like you fell out of the landing gear. Playing.
Yeah. Oh, I hit it twice. There you go. Oh, it hit it 3 times. Oh, just we're going to. G's gonna land. There we go. There he's off. So now we're gonna take it over to Dude in just a second. Before we do, remember the Dude and Debo at gmail.com. Make sure to send us your best party pictures from your, Christmas parties. And we're actually going to send it down to Dude, who is trying to find his way through a hotel at the moment into a Christmas party. So we'll see if Dude's still there. Dude, are you there with us still?
Yeah, I'm here. No, I'm definitely on the list. Can you check again? It's Dude. And last name Debo. ANDDBO. I'm certain I'm on the list. I'm Melissa's +1.
Dude, are you sure you got the right party there? Is that the...
No, but I'm getting it anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. No, that's her, right? See the one waving at me that looks like she's kind of... That's we're going in. All right, thank you. We're in.
There we go. Oh, okay. Nice to be in there. All right, so Christmas party. Everybody having a good time. Everybody have, lots of fun out here. What do you think will be the number one game here during your Christmas party? Do you think it'll be like a team building game where we all fall back and catch each other? We'll be unwrapping gifts. What's the game going to be?
I think it's going to be the what's the one where you give a gift and then everybody trades it and whatnot, and then you can steal it and give it back.
Gift giving game, we call it the gift giving game. There you go.
That's what we're gonna play. The gift giving game.
What items do you think will be in your wrapping of gift giving games, dude? I don't want you to give anything away for the those people that are gonna be listening, but what types of items do you think are gonna be high on the list of the gift giving game this year?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think we're probably past, or maybe not there yet, of giving masks as gifts.
Okay.
Or anything that reminds you of COVID. There's no joke. There's no COVID gag.
It's not funny.
That you can really give at this point. So I think we're past that. It's probably something more along the lines of actually getting out and doing things. Maybe concert tickets.
Nice.
Maybe KOA booking. Maybe new hiking shoes. But generally at these types of things, bottles of alcohol are the most popular because who doesn't like that?
I'm gonna go to G real quick over here at the Christmas party. G, did you get any gifts during the gift giving game that you'd like to tell us about? You forgot to come out of the room. You got to come.
He's deep in his bottle of alcohol.
There you go.
Hey,
Here it is.
Rejected me 3 times, so
You were further out in space. You had to come back a little further. I apologize.
yes.
The button's so fun to push. Sorry.
I see this, but no.
Oh, no fun quirks for you. No blowjob snuggie. That was my favorite. Nothing. No.
Not a gosh darn thing.
Oh,
no.
okay.
I must have gotten like 5 snuggies in my life. I've never gotten a blowjob snuggie.
You must not have been there for that.
What
party.
is this?
It's just a snuggie, but it looks like someone's giving you a blowjob.
That's less entertaining than I was expecting.
Were you looking with the snuggie with the extra hole?
I thought it was like a glory snuggie.
I was looking for the real thing.
Yeah.
It's not hard. You just lift the snuggie. It's not
I mean, if it was.
If it was,
well,
make it a lot easier, but.
Oh, there you go. G, any last minute shout outs before you get ejected one last time?
Oh, more ejections. No.
Okay, well then get a booster. Duder, any last minute shout outs before we get out of here?
I would like to shout out the father of Jesus, our Lord and Savior, Saint Nick. Thank you for bringing all the gifts to the children and spreading Christmas cheer into Mary Magdalene.
I feel like there's some misdirection in there, but I still appreciate the biblical references. Maybe we'll figure out which way these go in. But shout out to anybody there still listening. Shout out to anybody out there still believing in God or Jesus Christ after this. Good luck with that. And Santa. Don't forget. Same day. We're going to figure it out, guys. Next time, Dude and Debo. Peace.
Better took those risks, but one of my fists we fire starters. One of them